Welcome to a special episode of Homemade Movies. I'm going to be counting down our top 10 favorite impressions. Here we go. Starting off the countdown at number 10 is Neo, as played by YouTuber Jeremy Jahns in our homemade Matrix scene. Jeremy flew all the way out here from Seattle to be in our Matrix scene, and he had it down pat. He has the right look already pretty much for it and the right hair.
Trinity!
But he was able to memorize all the little quirks and all the little nuances of the movements and really nailed it. We really never add anything extra to the scene than what's already there in the original, but this time we felt it was necessary to add a final whoa at the end because that's what Keanu Reeves says all the time. So we had a take where Jeremy said whoa, and we had to put it in. Number 9 on our list is Lois Lane, as played by our friend Hari in our homemade Superman scene. Hari actually bears quite a striking resemblance to Margot Kidder. She has the right kind of look already and a pretty similar voice.
You've got me! Who's got you?
I'm not actually taller than Hari in real life, so I had to stand on a box to be big, strong Superman. Number 8 on our list is Mr. Pink in our sock puppet Reservoir Dogs scene. This role was made famous by Steve Buscemi, who has a very particular voice.
All right, look, if it's no big deal to be Mr. Pink, you want to trade?
And it was voiced by our very own resident impersonator, Piotr. It's pretty remarkable how well he does a Steve Buscemi voice. I feel like not a lot of people have that one in their bag of impressions.
All right, look, if it's no big deal to be Mr. Pink, you want to trade?
The trick that I found, Austin Powers, baby. Get rid of the British accent and suddenly you've got the same teeth situation going on. It's basically Steve Buscemi.
At first, I actually attempted to do this voice myself. I usually do all the voices for our episodes.
All right, look, if it's no big deal to be Mr. Pink, you want to trade?
But I wasn't quite feeling it. Didn't sound as good as I knew his did, so I called him up on a Sunday, and he ran over here and recorded it and nailed it.
Yeah, that's easy for you to say. You're Mr. White. You have a cool sounding name.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say. You're Mr. White. You have a cool sounding name.
Piotr also did the voice of the main guy, Joe, in that sock puppet scene.
Now, what's it gonna be, Mr. Pink?
Number 7 on our countdown is when we had our resident bald guy, Senger, play the role of Vin Diesel's character in the Fast and Furious scene. This one's not so much of a dead-on impression per se, but it's more like the funny nose, really? That's all you need. Put that silly nose on, you've got yourself Vin Diesel. We were cracking up all day. Vin Diesel only has one line in this scene.
On green, I'm going for it.
Oh shit, I forgot my line. On green, what is it? On green, I'm going for it. Jeez, okay, yeah.
So I had Chris record it lots of different ways on a scale from more normal
On green, I'm going for it.
to totally wacky.
On green, I'm going for it.
As we started dissecting this scene shot by shot, we realized how many weird insert shots there are of Vin Diesel just making weird faces and like just doing weird stuff. So ours wasn't probably that much different than how they did it in real life. It's just like, okay, now do this weird thing and now make that weird face. And so that's what Chris did.
Duck lips!
At number 6, we've got Harrison Ford in our homemade Ender's Game trailer, as played by Piotr. To play older Harrison Ford, we just sprayed some gray hairspray in Piotr's hair and added some of the crazy wrinkles that he's got, and he just did the grizzly old Harrison Ford voice.
If we're going to survive, we need a new kind of soldier.
Piotr also played young Harrison Ford in our Star Wars scene.
Yahoo!
There's definitely a difference in his voice
Come on, kid!
versus,
Come on, kid!
I kind of like the older one better.
Number 5 on our list is the Terminator, as played by our friend Matt in both of our homemade Terminator 2 scenes. Matt is a pretty burly dude, got the right build for this, and nice strong features, looks a lot like Arnold, but didn't have the same hairdo, so he had to take a quick trip to the barbershop to correct that.
Good God. Huh? Right? Little Arnie action? I need your boots, your clothes, and your motorcycle.
There's a lot of people here for that first scene, but Matt really had no problem just hanging out pretty much naked all day. And the man knows how to catch a pair of car keys backwards style. We liked Matt's performance so much from this first scene that we eventually did another scene from Terminator 2. So he got to go back into Arnold mode, only this time he did get to wear his clothes. Number 4 in our countdown is the role of Luke Skywalker in our Star Wars scene, as played by the king of the nerds himself, Chris Hardwick.
Get clear, Wedge. You can't do any more good back there.
Alright, so this is a bit ridiculous.
I don't think it's ridiculous at all. I don't know why you're saying it's ridiculous.
Might be a little tight there, sorry.
Listen, they had to suffer a little bit. I'm gonna do it for Porkins.
There's a lot of prep that went into this, but when it was time to shoot it, it was pretty quick and easy because I think Chris has been preparing to play this role his entire life. Chris really got into the spirit of homemade movies and was just like one of us here in the house, really looked at every little detail in the scene.
It's pretty fluid too. He's looking up and then he goes here.
And even had some suggestions on things that we could add or perfect, including putting the little Sharpies in his shoulder there.
Improvising.
Because we noticed that Luke Skywalker had those, so he was just jumping jumping right in and helping us out. Chris Hardwick was here in the house shooting homemade movies. So awesome.
I don't know if I used the Force. Did I use the Force okay?
Yeah, you were using it really good.
Okay, good. It was a little bit of a homemade Force, but I felt like it was pretty forcey.
Number 3 is Dr. Ian Malcolm / Jeff Goldblum in our Jurassic Park scene, as played by Luke.
See, the Tyrannosaur doesn't obey any set patterns or park schedules.
You might not recognize him, but Luke actually is the guy who has an alien burst out of his chest in our alien scene. Luke does a really good Jeff Goldblum impression, and once you put him in that leather jacket and that crazy wig, it's like you're looking at the real thing. And when I sat down in the car to do the scene with those guys, it was like I was sitting down into the movie. It was awesome.
We should be still and bouncing up and down. Oh, it, sorry.
There is one shot in this scene that's one of the longest takes we've ever done, and it's all dialogue and action. So Luke had to really memorize every single syllable and the timing of all the phrasing of it, and it was really kind of crazy to try and get all the timing just right for this long take that goes from one part of the car to the other.
That's chaos theory.
Number 2 is the part of Hans Gruber in our homemade Die Hard scene, as played by Michael. In Die Hard, Hans Gruber was played by Alan Rickman, and Michael does an amazing impression of him and actually has fairly similar features, so I just augmented the facial hair a little bit, but other than that, this guy was a dead ringer.
It's kind of a role I was born to play.
Hans Gruber is a tricky voice to do because it's Alan Rickman doing a German accent, so it's quite the challenge. There was one line that was really tripping Michael up a lot, is when he was trying to say, "Enough jokes."
Enough jokes. That sounded Russian.
And it kept turning more and more Russian. It had a Russian accent for some reason.
Enough jokes. I'm sounding Russian again too. Why am I sounding Russian? Enough jokes.
I'm sorry, that was Schwarzenegger.
Enough jokes.
Just looking at your faces, trying not to laugh makes me laugh.
Enough jokes.
That was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Enough jokes. Hell.
So, took him a lot of tries to get that one right, and we're all cracking up. So we've reached number 1, and the number 1 favorite impression from homemade movies is, cue the homemade drum roll please, Doc Brown from our homemade Back to the Future scene. Our homemade Doc Brown was played by Piotr, who is the man of many voices.
Great Scott, get angry, motherfucker! Okay.
And this one just knocked our socks off. It's so funny, he does the voice so well.
Great Scott, Martin!
Okay, ready? Let's go.
Okay.
Ready?
When we first asked him to be in this scene, we realized that the scene we had chosen didn't have any Doc Brown dialogue in it. So we did some quick thinking and something we'd never done before. We edited the scene together where we showed an earlier part just before the climax of the scene that was the main portion. So we got to include some Doc Brown dialogue and then cut to the action. So we've never done that before, but we just had to get Piotr doing his full-on Doc Brown impression in this.
It was frightening up there, I tell you. Lightning was flashing, wind was blowing in my face, and I think now I'm ready for some food.
So that's our top 10 favorite impressions from homemade movies, and thanks a lot to these guys for lending your talents. You're awesome, and subscribe to CineFix for new episodes every Tuesday, and we'll see you then.